What's going on, Roger? Welcome to the Dog Chug podcast. I think I said that in the wrong order. I apologize. I'm a little bit upset. How are you doing?
Andy, I'm doing good tonight. Listen, if I was any better tonight, if I start doing any better over here, it'd be a set of fucking twins. You got me a little wired up for tonight's show. Our producers, these guys have been doing a job. I saw the chart with their with all the titles that came out. Did you see that?
No, I must have missed that one.
You missed that one? Well, I just skimmed down to the bottom and boom, there it was. It still said host Andy and Roger. So I knew I still had a job this week. There's they're doing a lot of work. They make me feel like I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting around on my ass. But how about you?
Well, first of all, I'm so excited about tonight's show. We have just an incredible phony phone call to we're going to unleash towards the end of the show. That is, I mean, I was crying for about a good 9 minutes. Fortunately, we edited it down to about 4 minutes. It's hysterical. I played it for my wife. She doesn't laugh at anything. She was laughing. So that's going to be
really
fun. We prepared a great game. Hopefully we have a guest tonight. We're having a little bit of issues. We've kind of been burned a couple times trying to have our friend Dan on. I don't know. Well, first time, I think he was on the first show and he called us off. And then, I don't know. We've had problems.
We got a guy making it up tonight, though. Who fell asleep, so.
Yes. Then
one of our
friend Kyle trying to come on. He was supposed to be on, I don't know, a month and a half ago, and he just slept right through the show, which, most of our audience sleeps to the show, but we hope the guests.
Right, there's no difference. Kyle just happened to be in the green room at the time. That was the only fucking difference right there.
So anyway, Kyle's trying to call in. He's got some things to say. He actually deleted his Twitter account, which we'll let him talk about. But he did want to come on and talk about his thoughts. We tried having him on, and his audio was a little bit messed up. So they're working with him right now. Hopefully he can come on.
Yeah.
But what's really consuming me, Roger, is just the nonsense that's been going on. I'm sure everyone is aware of the ridiculous free ed movement. Yeah. And I don't know, it's like they think this is a big joke, and I'm not laughing.
Andy, listen, I spoke with Ed earlier, and he's all in his feelings, and he's practically shitting himself. He had no idea that you'd be this mad. He had no idea. He's asking me, can you talk to Andy? And I said, listen, dude, I want to stay out of this. I could see him self-promoting, and, that's nothing wrong with that. And I told him I don't want to cause friction. I feel like Jarvis Landry in between fucking Baker Mayfield and OBWR3. I just, you know what I mean? I'm in the middle of it, and I told him I don't want no part of it. I'm going to try to stay out of it.
Listen, I know the show's all about dumb shenanigans. It's a very stupid show. But at the core, we're a loyal bunch. We respect each other. And, first of all, he goes on the Barton Brown show. And, initially I was pissed, but then it's like, promotion's promotion. So then I get a chance to listen. And he's screaming about how he's disrespected on the show. Come get me, all this nonsense. I don't begrudge them for putting Ed on the show. We have made Ed awesome. We've developed Ed into a tremendous personality. So I get why they wanted to be on. But for him to get on and then to not even talk us up, that was just, it did not sit well with me.
Yeah. He was crossing some lines and breaking some,
And then he's making all these jokes, trying to do this whole stupid OBJ parody. His wife posted a video, I guess, today, which just refueled me, got me upset. I know he's trying to have fun with this, but it's like, dude, it's not funny. Come and talk to us. I guess Ross has something he wants to say. Let's bring Ross on.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of with you, Andy. This is really throwing me off. I came on the Dog Tub because I loved all three of you guys. Ed produced a great show. You guys did a great job hosting. And then before you knew it, I was trying to, hey, Ross, come on, help us out. I wanted to show Ed, how to improve his production career, take the show to the next level. We still gave him hours of talking time on the show. And I don't know where the disrespect comes in because we weren't cutting him off. We're letting him talk and everything. But what really upsets me here is, he had to go through his wife to start the free Ed movement. And you know what? His wife is my goddamn agent. The client comes first.
That's where I stick.
Yes, I love you guys first and foremost. I love Ed. But when it comes to the business side of things, this is just shady stuff right here.
I can't begrudge him, wanting to branch out. Nobody stopped, Paul McCartney, so, and Ed writes songs. So, when the Beatles split up, everybody had their solo careers, and he's going to be the first guy. He's just going to, he wants to branch out and be a part of, I'm going to.
Goodbye to Ross. I understand that people are going to branch out, and that's fine, but he didn't even have the respect to come to us and ask us, hey, is it cool? We developed this guy. He needs to come say, hey, is it cool if I go on the Barton Brown show? And I would say, absolutely. Just make sure you talk us up. I mean, we're all reasonable and respectful here. We're a team. And he's just having all these fun little games, trying to get all this publicity for himself. It's just not sitting well with me at all. Am I wrong? Am I being a dick? I don't know. What do you think, Roger? Because you're the voice of reason.
No, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think he's wrong. I think it's just everybody has a right to their feelings on which side of the fence, and they have the right to do what they want to do as far as creating content and how they do it. And he knows how to skip around the legalities, and I'll give him that. He's a little sneaky that way. He's a little shifty. But he's not really technically doing anything wrong. And I know it upsets you, though. I know it does. And I think it's more on a personal level than a business level. And I kind of feel a little sting, too, from it. But, I love Ed, so.
I mean, Ed is great. I love Ed. He makes me laugh every time he's on here. This is the reason we brought him on the show. But he's just so entitled. I'm just not liking it. Where is this moron? Let's bring him on. Hello, Benedict Arnold.
You know what? Let me get something. Let me set something straight here, okay? My feelings were hurt. You said you're bringing on the producer a couple weeks ago. I thought my face would appear, and I love me some me. And then I see Ross. Oh, this isn't Ed. This is Ross. Oh, it's okay for you to bring on another producer, but I can't go look for another gig. It's okay for the owners to control the players and their contracts, but heaven forbid we have mobility. And you know what? I am a dog chugger. I love you guys to death, but my feelings were hurt. My feelings were hurt. Okay. And I said, come get me because my feelings were hurt.
Okay, I had to mute Ed because otherwise I'm not going to get a chance to talk. I'll unmute you when it's the appropriate time. I'm sorry your feelings were hurt. However, that was a bit within the context of our show. If you don't understand the difference between that and creating this stupid free Ed movement, let's
It's all right. All
right. I put your mic on. What do you have to say to that?
Did you
and I support
thousands and thousands of people in downtown Cleveland, and it's on Twitter. They were part of the free Ed movement.
Right.
This stuff is real. This is real. Okay. The free OBJ, that's just because he's a diva. This free Ed stuff is about working mobility. It's for the common man. It's for the folks out there that are trying to.
Okay. Stop the hokey shit. We know no one was down for the parade, the free Ed movement. That's ridiculous. We're actually talking.
Andy, well, okay.
That was fake.
I'm going to stay out of it. I was driving. I don't know. I was through downtown Cleveland today, but I'm just going to stay out of it. And okay. I'm not going to.
You are a.
There's crowds. There was a crowd. I saw a crowd, and I didn't know. I just was driving through downtown coming.
Okay, I had to mute Roger. Sorry. Ed, you're a part of the show, are you not?
Yes, very much so.
And we are a team on the Dog Chug.
Yes, we are.
And we promote the best interests of the Dog Chug.
Which I did tonight on the Barking Brown Show. I gave you guys a shout out and told everybody to tune in tonight, which I did do that.
Okay, that may be true. I haven't watched the show today. But were you doing that last week when you went on and disrespected the show?
You know what? I want to apologize to you guys. I said some things. I was hurt. And my kid's Christmas is coming up, so I can't lose this gig. So, Andy, I implore you to keep me on the show, if nothing else, for my kid's Christmas.
And sorry, Roger, I unmuted you. Then were you thinking about us when you didn't ask our permission?
I was not.
And then what about when your wife started the OBJ parody that Come Get Me?
You know what?
Yeah.
She is an independent woman, and it was just sticking up for me, and I can't control her.
That's fucking horse shit.
Is she friends with Emily?
She is friends with Emily, yes.
Do they follow each other? Yeah, I see shades there.
They're pretty tight. And you know what?
Stand by your man. Kelly's, that's I refuse to say have bad come out of my mouth to Kelly. She's
all right. Well, we can't sit here all day. That's total horseshit that you're saying your wife did that on her own. You obviously put her up to that. Here's what we're gonna do, because I am really, really having some issues with this. It hasn't been sitting well with me all week. And then you got me irritated again today. I'm not feeling your apologies very sincere here. And maybe it's because you need some time to think about it. You're on the spot, you're on the radio. So fine. Take the week to think about it. Next week, I want to hear a sincere apology. And then I'll tell you what, the three of us, we're going to decide if you have a future on the show or not.
Fair enough. Can you show people the video? Because it's a real movement.
You know what? At Ed in Columbus at Twitter. You can follow him there. You can see the video. If you want to see, you can. If you don't want to see, you don't have to.
I implore you. It's a great. My wife did a great job. Please watch it.
It was spectacular.
Come get me.
Piss me off. All right, let's get Ed out of here before he irritates me some more. Ross, you think that's fair? We give him a chance. Give the week to cool down. Hopefully, he doesn't pull any other weird shit.
Yes, all he's got to do is run it by us. We're not going to say no to his other endeavors. He knows that. Doesn't got to be all sneaky.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, let's get Ross out of here.
Why don't we just put this on?
All right, let's move on to something a little more positive.
Yeah. It's like sands through the hourglass right there.
He's deactivated his Twitter account, but hopefully he'll be back soon. We'll get a chance to talk about that. And he did have a little mic issue, but hopefully we're going to be better. Let's see how it is. Welcome to the show, Kyle.
Yeah, what's going on?
Mr. Pringle.
Yes, sir.
My guy, man. My guy. Hey, it's a pleasure to see you face to face. We've been talking. How you doing, man? You feeling better?
You hear me?
Are you able to hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
I was trying to find headphones to plug into the laptop, but I don't know what my kids have done with them. The other ones I got, some Apple ones that I will put in there. So.
Can you hear us okay?
I don't know.
He's in Alabama. Hey, he's in Alabama, so I'm going to give, they're still on dial-up some places down there, I guess, out in the woods.
I am out in the woods, man, and my internet's terrible. I'm surprised this is working.
Good. 2 tin cans and a string out there.
All right. Well,
Kyle, go ahead, Andy.
So, Kyle, your wife is about to be have another baby any day now, right? How soon
Yes.
until she's ready to go?
Yes, we are having him on the 30th, so 13 days.
Nice. And that's super exciting. I hear you want to come on and give some thoughts on Baker, and then we'll get you out of here so the static will not be a part of our show.
Yeah,
so
y'all know me. I'm a big Baker guy. I'll tell the truth. It sucked ass Sunday. There's no way around that. But I kind of felt like it just seems like a lot on Twitter is, even sometimes there's a win, like they still say, "Oh, he didn't do good enough." I've seen us put up 40-something points and still lose a game, and I know against the Chargers, he threw for 300 something and 2 touchdowns, and we lost the game, and they still blamed him. Like, I mean, we could have put together something there at the end to win it, but like that 40 something points that you gave up ain't his fault. You score 40 something points in a game in the NFL, you should win.
So you have his back 100%, and you're saying he's going to have a second half comeback like you did last year, right?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They got their asses kicked and got their eyes open. So 12-5. I'm telling you.
All right.
It's definitely going to happen.
We love to hear that. I hope how long after you have the baby is it going to be till you're drinking again?
I didn't hear what you said, Andy.
Yeah, after the baby comes, how long until you'll be drinking again?
Oh, and probably just a little while. Because my wife out, and then they got a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old. So
100%.
If we make the playoffs, I'll be drinking them. So
when that happens, I cannot wait to have you on so we can do a chug together. That'll be awesome. So with that, we're gonna say goodbye and good luck with the baby. And
appreciate it.
We hope you're back on Twitter soon.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll give it a talk. I kind of miss talking to you guys, so yeah, I'll give it a talk.
All right.
I got Kyle real quick. The big thing with your son and what you're going to name him. Number one, that's your own personal choice. And number two, I don't think Baker Mayfield, as a person, a human being, has nothing to do with what he does on the football field. This kid's done nothing but persevere his entire life, and he is a good example. And a name that your son. This is who I'm named after. Look what he did in his life and his career. He got to the NFL. You know what I mean? He had slip-ups and he defeated those. And he don't go with your heart. So, and if not, Roger First in Cuyahoga Falls is a good name. You can go with that one. You can put that. Roger First in Cuyahoga Falls, Pringle.
Yeah, man, I'll have to talk to my wife about that one, but
what Roger is referring to is Kyle has announced on Twitter that he's going to name his new son Baker. And a popular radio personality this week in a rant, what do you call you, a moron, or call people that would do this? What do you say?
Generally male adults who in their 40s. He generalized it. And he did it again today. He did it again this morning. That's when I went RBS full time. I was like, I ain't listening to this joker. And, he named his kid Axel. Was that after Guns N' Roses? A heroin junkie? I don't know. But
you can name your kid whatever you want. I agree.
Right.
Who
cares?
Phenomenal person that I respect. He might not be, the best quarterback in the universe, but I love the guy. I want him to succeed so badly, and I love that you're naming your son what you're naming him. And fuck anyone that doesn't agree.
I appreciate it.
You're a good Browns fan. You're down in Alabama. You drove up here. You got lost in a parking garage. You got wedged in between Bob Lawyer. You went through hell. Yeah, and I salute you, and I'm proud to call you a Browns fan and my friend. And follow me on Facebook, and you can bash me about Michigan with all the other Buckeye humps that I've been friends with all my life. So we chat, we talk already. So and they're going to beat me down here for the next 2 weeks. So join in the fun.
All right, Kyle, we're going to say goodbye, and we'll see you soon for that chug. Go Browns.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Peace, brother. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Now, someone was asking.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude.
He's a real good dude, man.
One of the nicest Browns fans I've had the pleasure of meeting.
I just don't see the point that there's other things to talk about, and the bag on people. I don't know. I really used to like him a lot, and it's just going thinner and thinner with that guy over on that station.
We're not even going to mention his name.
No, I don't.
But it rhymes with.
From Canton. I lived in Canton. It's an armpit.
All right. Someone asked what I'm doing, and we really want to keep the show within an hour this week. So I'm doing a shot of beer for every minute the show is on, because I figure after about 60, I will. We already found out last week the show sucks when Andy gets too drunk. So I have to end the show in an hour, or I'm going to be too drunk and the show's going to suck, and I can't have that. So that's what I'm doing. Let's bring on our feature guest tonight, and he forgot that he was supposed to be on today, He was out getting beer in his car when he jumped on to say hi. Excuse me. And he said he's going to be sitting in his garage because it's the only place he could smoke and you won't have light. So this is going to be fantastic. We always bring you quality guests on the Dog Chug. He's coming back for the second time because he was on the Dog Chug week 1.
Yes, that brilliant episode.
The crazy, the maniac himself, extra crispy wings, Dan. What's going on, Dan? Can you hear us? We cannot hear you. Oh, shit.
That's beautiful. Hey, Dan's doing a great job already. I love you.
Oh, and yeah, he kept disconnecting, so I think we're gonna have a problem with that. By the way,
that's to be expected. Technical difficulty. He's way out in the sticks of Medina.
Roger tried to convince me a million times we shouldn't have Dan on, but I kept pleading for him because I think he's hilarious.
That's not true, Dan. That is not true. There he is.
You're back. We can see you. Can we hear you?
I think I touched too many buttons.
There we go. Now we
there
can
we
hear
go.
you.
Hey, Dan. What do you got there? Is that a cigarette? Is that a Marlboro Red or is that a?
That's my medicine.
Oh, that's the medicinal. Okay, beautiful.
Well,
yeah.
How are you doing tonight? Did you get your White Claw
I'm
surge?
All right. No, I had to get a Mike's Harder.
Oh, okay. Mike's Harder.
It's
nice.
rough picking. It's slim pickings out here in Medina. You can't go to like a corner store on like West 85th and get whatever you want. Yeah, go pay like $5 for some bullshit.
Hey, you can't go down to Sweaty Teddy's there on Baltic, on the corner of Baltic and Lake, and get, boom, 2 minutes, you're in and out of Sweaty Teddy's there by the bridge.
I'm in Medina.
On Baltic and Lake Avenue.
Raj, I'm in Medina.
I know. I'm talking about back in the day, Dan. I know. It ain't like that in Medina.
Yeah, back in the day. I'm not talking about back in the day. I'm talking about tonight, right now.
I know. You said it ain't 85th in Detroit. I know.
Right.
There's nothing out there, Dan.
Nothing.
Wow. Well, when you
Beautiful.
drive,
Hey,
how about
what are you drinking?
Drive somewhere that has reasonably priced beer. Can't you stock up?
No, because every place closes out here at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is like maybe on a Wednesday, today's Wednesday, you drive somewhere at 2 p.m. and then you just buy a bunch of alcohol that's open and cheap.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't stock up like that.
Yeah. Well, all right.
I'm not on the whim. Like, I feel like I'm drinking one thing one day and another thing another day.
That's what's variety, Dan?
A man that has a plan. All right.
Is that a sativa or is that a? Oh, go ahead.
No, that's a hybrid.
To ask you, let's get these out right now because we can hear you and you haven't dropped off. So we'll get through these questions. Plus, we got to keep the show moving, or else I'm going to get too drunk doing these shots. I had the honor of
questions. What is it? What is it?
I'm trying to ask. I had the honor of sitting with you at the bar this summer and can tell that you put them drinks down in a way that impressed even me. Hit us with the best drunk Dan in public story that you feel comfortable telling on our podcast.
Did I feel comfortable? I don't know, because I know there's ladies that listen on here, so I'm not going to say a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. It's basically Jessica, so there's only like 5 people that listen, really, so you don't have to really worry about offending anyone. Pretty much the majority.
Because honestly, a lot of them, like, I seem like the bad guy. The best drunk story that I could tell was with Nick Carnes.
Okay.
Because we went out and I walked up on this dude, like, I didn't even know what to expect from the Barking Browns shit. Walked up on this dude, sitting there crisscross applesauce in the grass, like, I'm waiting for you, and I'm like, Hell no, he's not sitting there crisscross. Like, what the fuck's he doing? And he was like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, a super cool dude. But he wasn't like nerded out like everybody seems like makes him out to be. He's just like a genuinely good dude. And then you show up and it was like cool as fuck. Like, oh, okay, there's Andy. Then Jacob shows up and that was like a dick move he did. He was like, looked at us like, oh, hey, I found you even though I'm like an hour and a half late. And he was like, I was like, what the fuck? And I was sober. I was sober at that point.
That was your best drunk story?
No, that was the sober part of it.
The good news is that I said there were 5 people listening. Now there's only 1 person listening, so you don't have to worry about offending anyone now.
Oh.
All right. Well, I cannot wait till we have you on again because you are phenomenal with the story. Roger, you want to ask a question?
Dan, briefly, I'd like to know, what do you think about the federal government's stance on medicinal and recreational marijuana? What's your take on it? How do you feel about the way that the federal government is their stance on that?
The federal government doesn't have a stance because it's federally illegal. It's a state-by-state situation right now. So the federal government's fucked up because every state's trying to legalize it. But then the federal government can come in, take everybody's stash, take all the money from what they made off of that, and it's perfectly legit because it's the federal government.
Wow.
It's fucked.
I just want to let our audience know there's going to be a hilarious phony phone call coming up if you can make it through the rest of this. All right. My second question for you. Have you ever caught someone you were in a relationship with cheating on you, and what did you do?
No.
Okay, this is going well. Roger, you have another question?
Dan, you're a West Sider, born and raised, just like me. You're a couple blocks south over there on Bridge Avenue?
Yeah, West 57th and Bridge.
50, beautiful. Chili dogs, West Side of Cleveland. Old fashioned hot dog in or Steve's? Which one was better?
Man, there was a few years there before Steve's got burnt down. It was the best. But you got to go old fashioned.
Old fashioned, all day long. Not
All
even
right.
Old fashioned.
All right. My third question. I know you were talking to a female not that long ago. I don't know what your situation is today. Are you single? Are you in a relationship? This isn't my question, but I'm just asking. This is a pre-question.
Single in a relationship, or
Are you single or are you in a relationship? Sorry.
I guess
Wow.
you can say it's a situationship.
Okay, so it's complicated. All right, so you
Yeah.
might be on the market. If any of our females are interested in Dan, what are your 3 best qualities that you offer in a relationship?
Not a damn thing.
You don't have anything to
That might have
offer?
been 4. That might have been 4.
I'm not saying use 3 words. I'm saying what are your best 3 qualities?
Oh, I don't know what qualities I got.
You're
Like-
very funny.
Yeah,
You're very good looking.
yeah.
You can drink alcohol down.
Oh,
I guess I have
wait. I got the perfect answer for this.
All right.
One word will make all 3 answers. Or whore
Okay.
mouth. Whatever.
2 words.
Dan loves
2 words. It could be a compound word if we hyphenate it. Whoremouth.
Dan
Or
loves
the
I mean,
whore mouth. That's 3 words.
Wow. Okay. Well, we might have to get rid of the questions bit for a while.
Yeah.
That did not go well.
Yeah,
But the show's
don't ask
going
me
well.
questions.
Yeah, Roger.
You know what? No, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. We're a Browns podcast. We haven't even mentioned New England. You know what? Fuck that game. I don't even want to ask Dan about it. Fuck that game. Let's keep having
Hey,
fun.
you want to know anything about the Lions?
No, we don't want to know.
All right, hold on.
Come on.
We have a whistle so that when if you're getting out of line, Roger was worried you were gonna, go be ranting about something.
Oh, fuck,
Give a
it's
whistle.
Ed. God
All right,
damn it.
Ed, what did you have to say?
Well,
I'm
Dan, in the chat rooms and everything, you seem to be explosive. We call you WMD, Whoremouth Dan, but tonight these weapons ain't going off, buddy. It seems to falling a little flat. So we need to pick up the tempo and the energy a little bit and pretend like this is back in the day in your.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
fun. Usually we always have our best show. We knew we weren't going to be able to top last week with Nick Carnes, so that's why we went with Dan. Let's just embrace the suck. Go to the bottom so we can start building up again. But I promise the show's going to get better. All right. Where should we go from here? Let's play our
Dan.
favorite game.
Don't Bogart.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
never mind.
me. Actually, before we play Sip Chug, I think our Benedict Arnold and in Columbus wanted to try and apologize with the chug. This isn't going to impress me at all. I'm still very mad, but I still want you to chug.
He's going to make Kelly do it.
Yeah. No, he's going to chug. Kelly can only chug Fireball.
I want to say sorry in the
I
dog
can't even
chug
see
way.
it.
Words don't work. It's through actions. So I will chug one for the team. This is for you, Andy. I'm sorry.
It's for me. It's for the entire show.
Ed. Go, Ed. Whoa.
I can't even see it. What the fuck?
Well, we can't see you either.
Swallow.
That looked really awkward.
Ed,
I'm not a regular.
you're a dog chugger.
You're not going to be
Ed's a dog chugger, man.
Damn it, Roger! Stop stepping on my line. All right, let's jump to Sip Chug. This is a game we're gonna play where I'm gonna make a statement, and if you highly agree with it, you're gonna chug and give your explanation.
Oh, Jesus
If
Christ.
you are kind of tepid with it, you're gonna say I sip, and you're gonna give an explanation. And if you strongly disagree, you're gonna spit. All right.
Dan,
We're gonna start with you, Dan. Hopefully, you're better at answering these questions than you are at answering personal questions. Here we go. We finally have a good coach in Kevin Stevansky, and the fans are whining about the press conferences. The fans that are, whining about press conferences have short memories for you and Freddie Arians. It should show more respect. Stevansky is beyond criticizing. Do you agree with that? Dan. Spit, sip, or chug?
Wait, what's the... Hold on. I heard the question.
The question is, basically, fans should stop criticizing Stefanski. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that, or are you kind of in the middle?
I'm in the middle.
So you sip.
you're sipping it.
Yeah,
And-
no, because people are complacent.
Okay. Solid.
Hold on. Ross, what do you have
That's
to say
beautiful.
about that?
There
What
we
do you have to say about that chug?
So are we an explicitive podcast or not?
Yes. This is the
I gotta say, Ed looked like a porn star taking it in the back of his throat on that
Do you-
chug.
Do you want to do a chug to show Ed what it's like?
Hey now.
Plans, like last week, it's spit, sip, chug, or shotgun. So if there's the right
Dan,
statement
so with us?
that I heavily agree with, you might see a shotgun come up.
All right. Well, let us know if that comes up. All right. So, Roger, same question to you. Should fans stop criticizing Stefanski? He's beyond criticism.
Oh, I'm spitting on that. No coach, no player is beyond criticism. Here's the thing, though, fair criticism. The guy, he won Coach of the Year last year for a reason. You know what? He's going to figure it out. He's going to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns for as long as he wants to, I believe. He has a plan.
You
Figure it
pussy.
out. And no, I'm going to spit on he's not above reproach. You can't criticize
He's not.
Stefansky.
He's a
And
lightning
Andrew
in the
Berry,
bottle.
for that matter.
Sorry, Dan. What are you trying to say?
He was a lightning in the bottle coach. Like last year was lightning in the bottle, and it was like when you watch Bill Belichick pick him apart this week. A lot of coaches are doing that in the NFL. They're watching last season's playoffs, and like Stevansky ain't doing nothing to change anything up, and Joe Woods ain't either. It's horrible. The system, like, it crumbled. Like, they didn't try to get better. They just tried to do the same plays better. If that makes sense.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you, Roger. I was
They
just about
gave me a referee to blow, to cut. You know what? Look at the rest of the AFC. Baltimore get beat to shit by. It's happening everywhere. It's not just in Cleveland. This year's crazy, man. This year's Joe Flacco
Look, Rod, hold up. Can I say something? For
Yes.
the games that we played and that we won last season, Stevansky could have done more with his play calling. And could have made Joe Woods do more with their play calling. Because look, we were poised to win the fucking Super Bowl last year. Besides that stupid KC fucking
All right.
Shut up, Raj.
All right.
We were not going to win the Super Bowl last year. Tom Brady would have sliced and diced. You had fucking Sendai playing. I'm glad we didn't go to the Super Bowl last year because it would have been a fucking embarrassment like KC got embarrassed. No, this is league wide. Everybody, look at the Chargers and the pretty boy Herbert, and he's not so fucking pretty. Look at his last 2 weeks. It's league wide. It's the craziest year ever, and actually, we're sitting right in the thick of it. And it's up to them to determine if they want to start playing some fucking football. And that's
if we were 6-5, we'd be in the click of it. But we're 5-5. We're right in the thick.
Yeah, we're gonna
right in the thick of it.
We have a
right in the thick. We ain't even the quick. We're like,
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
I think you might have another question. Let's get the second one. Here's a good one, Dan. You're gonna like this one, Dan.
Well, first of all, I have to answer that question. Geez, I don't even remember the question. Let's just move on to the next question. We got to keep things moving. So,
okay.
Sorry,
all right.
you are unmuted now, though, Dan. This is a chaotic show. You bring an extra chaotic element to it. I think it might be too much chaos, but I love it.
That's what we wanted.
Yeah. Okay. So the second question for Spit, Sip, Chug. The bigger problems the Browns face this year is locker room dysfunction over injuries. Roger, I'm going to start with you.
I think the locker room dysfunction is created by the media, and we saw Mary Kay Cabot do that with Jarvis Landry, and I didn't give a shit what Jarvis. It's created and it grows on the radio, on Twitter. They're professionals. They got a job to do.
Sounds like you're spitting.
I'm spitting on that.
Right.
I'm spitting on the whole thing. It's not injuries either. No heart.
So I'm gonna chug on this one by doing a shot, I guess. I'm not going to allow injuries to be an excuse. We saw a ton of injuries last year, and even though our team was pretty weak in some areas, to put it lightly, they still managed to win games. I think there is something going on with this locker room, and the time is right now to get it straightened out. I hope they do, but I'm not sure. Dan, what say you?
I'm spitting on it because there's a lot of injuries, but the media spin on the injuries is bullshit because they pull up fucking the keeping it with Kardashian drama bullshit.
The Kardashian
Exactly.
drama?
Yeah, that the media spin is like they want to make a big deal out of nothing when people are really hurt, like, or mad at each other when they're not mad at each other. They just
we're seeing right now Andrew Berry's depth, and he's not above reproach either because our offensive line has zero depth. Our linebackers are trash.
Look, you know what? Hold on, Raj. Can I say something?
Oh my God,
Andrew
you are right.
Berry,
Can I
whether
stop
we
you?
go to the playoffs this year or not, Andrew Berry is going to be here. And
I know. I'm not getting on Andrew Berry. I'm just saying none of them are beyond reproach. We're seeing the holes in this. Everybody proclaimed this roster to be a Super Bowl contender, and really with what? Maybe through Browns fans' eyes, because we had two veteran receivers that their legs are dead, which means they're fucking done. Njoku, Hooper's oversold. Our elite players, Nick Chubb, and two of our offensive linemen. And we got a sophomore left tackle that's grown. But I think it was overblown with the whole, we're going to the Super Bowl. We have the players to contend for Super Bowl. It was names. It was on paper.
Okay.
in a
all right,
perfect
all right.
world,
I'll blow the whistle on
we
me.
have 80% injuries.
Yes, 80%. We're 80% of this team's injured right now. Ed wanted to say something. He wanted to
Ed, jump in.
Yeah, I just want to say this about that chug. Yeah, deep throating or whatever like that. The Browns need to throw the ball deep. Otherwise, they're going to have their throats cut and they'll be done with the playoffs, okay? And Ross,
Sute.
stick a sock in it, Ross.
Ooh,
I love you, Ed.
The war between our producers continues.
It just, these two. Hey, beware the eyes. Hey, listen, Andy, beware the eyes of Ed. You know, we're sitting here in the Caesar chair. We could turn on the dog jug next week. It'd be Ross and Ed sitting in our chairs. You got to watch these dissidents. I think
Well, maybe Ed won't be on the show anymore after next week. We'll find out. Okay. I think we all answered that one. This is terrible. Let's try and get through this. Question number 3, we're going to start with me. Baker Mayfield will be the quarterback for the majority of 2022 on the Cleveland Browns. So I am definitely going to chug on this one. I'm not sold as Baker as the player, obviously. I think injuries do factor in. I know I said injuries can't be an excuse, but whatever. They do factor in, obviously. They're a piece of the puzzle. Ultimately, though, I don't know that there's any other avenue to get another quarterback that's going to be better than Baker year 5. So I think he's going to be here. And we're going to find out who he is by then. So that's what's going to happen. Dan, what says you?
I'm spitting on it.
He's not going to be our guy. You didn't like him when we drafted.
No. I'm not saying that Baker's not going to be our guy.
Well, he kind of
I
are.
just don't know. Like,
He won't be the
that's
starting quarterback.
hold on. Let me give you some stats. Can I do a little?
classic. Hold on.
He's been here for 4 years, and he's played what? 2 whole seasons? Maybe 2.5. He got us out of 0-16. He throws good. His passer ratings are great. He's hurt now. And he's hurt a lot. Can he get back from these injuries? And will AB want to sign him? Because they ain't his draft. They ain't his pick. He just chose to keep him here because that was the contract and he was a decent quarterback. He was great in college. What is he going to do here now?
I'm not.
He's
sure I'm
really
following.
hurt. And how much is Stevansky going to keep putting him out there? Or Case Keenum? What is going on here? Like, last year was great. Like, everything worked perfectly because of COVID. But this year, Stevansky was lost.
You cannot say that everything. You cannot give Browns credit. A pandemic did not help us last year, Dan.
But yes, it did.
All right. Roger, why don't you answer the question?
I'm just messing with you, Dan. They told me to bring the whistle to keep you in line, and I'm just playing with you. They don't get mad at me. You get mad. Hey, I'm disappointed in Baker Mayfield, okay? But that doesn't mean that I don't want him to be our franchise, that I don't expect him to be our franchise quarterback, and that I don't think he will become our franchise quarterback. And I'll tell you why. Because Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, Cam fucking Newton, Simeon, fucking Geno Smith started games in the NFL this year. Everybody's like, oh, there's options. We could trade. We could. Who the fuck are you going to bring in? No, this regime isn't bringing in Aaron Rodgers at the end of his career at $15, $20 million a year. I'm chugging on it, and it just pisses me off. I'm sorry.
All right. Ross is going to show how you do a chug.
All right. So this isn't just a chug for me. This is a textbook shotgun. Baker's our guy. He's hurt this year. He's got a fifth-year option, so we can just try him out next year anyway. He's gonna start a shit ton of games next year. So we're doing well. I gotta center myself. Shotgun.
All right. It's a light beer. It's a little better than a Claw. I don't know. I don't drink Claw, but it's a Miller Lite.
That felt
I
good.
think Ross looks a little bit more like male porn stars, though, than Ed did.
Yeah, no, there's a beer. There's a beer and a Claw, so I don't know which one. Dan, what's better? Dan, go ahead, Ed. I'm sorry.
Hey now. Hey, speaking of, got to get the tie, and then you get to the, Ross did a fine job with that shotgun. But, hey, we got to chug the Claw because, I chugged the Claw, and the Claw won.
Yeah. Definitely
The Claw of the law, bitches.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Jesus, this is never end. Okay. Joe Woods will be the defensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns next season. Dan, we're going to start with you. Please try and keep your answer under 15 minutes.
No.
There you
And
go.
why?
Fuck no. That's it.
Okay.
That's
Roger?
fuck
That's
no.
a good
Because
explanation.
he can't adapt. He does good one game because he watches film and he's like, I know this scheme. Joe Woods is a bitch, dude. He needs to be under a defensive coordinator. Like, he needs to be their helper. Like, he is not a defensive coordinator whatsoever.
All right. Roger, what says you?
No, I don't. I think it'll be the first coaching change that Stevansky makes. And you know what Joe Wood's problem is? That he wants to be smarter than everybody else in the room. He's changing philosophy and scheme every week. He's playing press, he's playing cover, he's playing man. You know what? Do what you did against the Bengals every fucking week until somebody beats you. Just do that. So and he's confusing these guys. He's not letting them play loose. I'm chugging on it. He's not going to be the defensive coordinator next year.
All right.
He's bringing Stevansky down. He's taking him down.
I'm going to sip on this one simply because I don't know. I think we have so many new pieces. Every game it seems like major players get dinged early in the game and leave, and then they get replaced. And I think the scheme's getting messed up. I don't know. I think the defense is better than they've looked. I think they will continue to get better. So I'm not convinced Joe Woods, but we shall see.
Honestly, I think it's Joe Woods. Look, Andy.
Yeah, you already made that point.
It's Joe because there's things that have worked good in games and he switched them up and it ruined it.
Okay. I think
Offsides.
You might be right. We'll find out very soon because the offseason is not that far away. Let's move on to the final question of this terrible edition of Spit Sip Chug.
Well, you know what? At least we're talking football now instead of the drama from the drama queens in the production department. I'm glad we're talking football at
I feel
least.
so bad that we carried a little bit of an audience for the Nick Carnes episode, and no one's going to get to watch your amazing phony phone call, which had me crying.
Everybody's gone? Great.
All right, the last question. Despite that abysmal performance last Sunday, the Browns can still win this division. Roger, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, I think so because nobody's standing out. You know, Pittsburgh tied with the Lions. Baltimore lost to Miami. Nobody wants this division right now. Nobody wants it, and that's what it's going to come down to. And you know what? I don't firmly believe that the Browns. It's up to them. Do they want it? If they want it, it's there for the taking. And we'll know in 3 weeks if they want it or not. Fuck, we'll know, Sunday at 4 o'clock if they want it.
All right. I am also chugging on this one.
Chugging.
Because, I don't even think the Browns' abysmal performance was the worst game in the AFC North compared to how the Steelers and Ravens fared. And we just kicked the Bengals' ass. All 4 teams should be deeply ashamed of the performance of their team. So you're exactly right, Roger. One of these teams has to step up. Why can't it be the Browns? I believe it could. They start putting it together. So I'm chugging. And finally, we're going to bring it to extra crispy wings.
I'm spitting it.
We have no chance.
I'm spitting it. Because look what happened. The Steelers tied with the Lions. How the fuck is that going to happen? Then you come back to our game. I thought that Bill Belichick had our shit numbered because we have no running backs. So then you go back to the Ravens losing again.
Yes.
What's going to happen? Anything happens.
I'm waiting for a point.
My point is, you don't know what's going to happen. What if the Lions come in there and wipe us out?
Then we can say that.
That'll be just enough of that, Dan. That'll be about enough of that fucking. Enough of that.
I
None
will
of that talking here.
Hey, Roger, shut the fuck up.
I'm going to answer your question. If we lose to the Lions, then we can all say the season's over. If we beat the Lions, though, then we go to Baltimore and we have a chance. I don't know. Let's find out what happens. You cannot be spitting at this point after the Steelers tied the winless Detroit Lions and the Ravens lost horribly.
The Steelers beat us.
Yes. Okay. We're going to
charge.
Okay. We're gonna play a very quick version of our stupid pick 3 game. Basically, Dan, my daughter picks 3 games against the spread, and then me, Roger, we both pick, and you represent the fans. You pick, and we're gonna play all season long and see who wins. Because I predict my 3-year-old daughter is going to win.
Your daughter does way better than you do. I watched you
way better. Way better than I do. That's all right. Okay, so we forgot to play this last week because we were having so much fun, and Ed's the shitty producer. But the scores are: the fans are winning with 15 points. Roger and Krista have 11 points, and I am in the back of the pack at 7 points. First game is the Patriots at the Falcons. The Patriots are giving 7.5 points. Dan, who are you taking?
I think that's going to be a money line. Like, I'll take the Falcons on that one.
All right. Fans, Falcons. Love it.
I'm gonna take the points in that one, just because today's NFL is fucking nuts, and the Patriots, they blew their wad last week with their I'll take the points in Atlanta.
All right. I'm also going to take the Falcons because we made the Patriots look incredible last week. They're not. They'll win a close one, but give me those points. Next game, the Dolphins are at the New York Jets, and the Dolphins are giving 3 points. Roger, we'll start with you.
Jesus, this must be how people felt when they saw the Browns versus somebody really bad for 20 years. I'll take the Dolphins. I'll take the Dolphins -3.
All right.
Who fucking knows?
Flacco's actually starting for the Jets, so I'll absolutely be taking the Dolphins.
Yeah. Good
by
call.
the way, my daughter also she picked the Jets on this one. And finally, Dan.
Jets.
Well,
I don't think the Dolphins are going to pull it out. I really don't. I think the Jets are going to just do some things for no good reason.
Okay. Our friend Mick, who is watching from Australia, all the way from Australia, thinks it's going to be the Falcons on that first game. I don't
Fear the roo, Mick.
Yeah.
Fear the roo. You adopted the kangaroo of the Akron Zips.
He
Fear the roo, buddy.
He also agrees with Dan that the Jets are going to pull this one out, which is amazing. All right. Finally.
They got a good base. They're going to be a good team. Within the next year or two, they're going to be a good team.
I like their coach. You hear it here first. All right, finally we have the Steelers are at the Chargers, and the Chargers are giving 5.5 points. So I'll start us off by saying the Steelers couldn't even beat the Lions, the winless Lions, and I don't care who's playing at quarterback because they're all awful. So I'm obviously taking the Chargers. Dan?
On the points, I think the Steelers are going to take it.
Oh, you and your four mouths. Roger.
On the points. I don't think the Steelers are going to win the game, but I don't think they're going to get the points.
All right, Roger.
Okay. I'm going to take the Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers minus the 5.5.
All right.
You got to travel to the West Coast. Pittsburgh blows too. So.
Wow. Ed in Columbus just said that he thinks he's getting a contact high all the way in Columbus from you, Dan. Pretty impressive. Finally, my daughter took the Chargers, so wow, we actually matched a little bit this week. That usually doesn't happen. Okay, now we're gonna have some fun. We are gonna do the phony phone call, and then we're gonna end this with our stupid game. This is the best part of the show. I hope. Hello for everyone that just tuned in now that skipped all the other bullshit.
Yeah.
So, going to cue this up. Basically, Roger called a popular Cleveland hotel to book a room, pretending that he is a Lions fan that wants to attend the game and is not having some stress, anxiety about going to this miserable game to watch the Lions get their ass kicked by the Browns. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I'm gonna mute everyone's mic so that we actually hear the brilliance of this call. Because Roger, people have asked me why you're on the show. I don't know. Some of my friends, they don't get the appeal. This is why you're on the show. This is phenomenal. You are brilliant, and I cannot wait for everyone to see this. So, without further ado, here we go.
How can I help you this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to check the availability and prices for a 3-day stay.
Okay, I can help you with that, sir. What are the dates you plan to stay?
It's going to be 3 days this coming Friday the 19th up to Monday morning. 2 people. Well, no, right now 1 person, 1 miserable Lions fan.
Okay, so 1 person?
Yes. I'm sorry. I have 2 tickets to the Browns-Lions game this Sunday, and I can't find anybody here in Detroit, no Lions fans that want to go. And honestly, I can't blame them. I don't want to go.
Okay, well, I'll put down 2 just in case someone else comes with you.
You know what? That'll be fine. My buddy, we bought these tickets together in August, and for some reason we thought the Lions were going to be good, but he hurt his back and he can't take the trip, and now I'm stuck with these $500 tickets to a game that nobody wants to go to, no Lions fans, and my son won't even go with me, and he's a damn Bears fan here in Detroit. I want to disown him.
I understand, sir. We can change it later. It's no big deal.
Keep it like that, then. Being a Lions fan is so miserable. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, sir.
I feel bad for the whole country, and that they have to sit and watch miserable Lions football every Thanksgiving. And I'm just sorry. I just want to say, I wish I could just say sorry to everyone on behalf of all of Detroit for that.
It's okay, sir. Usually nobody's really paying attention anyways, besides like maybe 2 uncles or something.
You know what? Tell your uncles I'm sorry. Tell them that'll make me feel better if you tell them I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll tell them.
I've only been to Cleveland once in my life, and that's when I was a kid, and it was for a funeral. And I'm looking up hotel. It kind of feels like what I'm doing, getting ready to go watch the Lions get destroyed by the Browns. It feels like I'm getting ready to go to a funeral.
I'm sure it won't be that bad.
Oh, you're just being kind. It is that bad. Look, I want to find. Is there anything to do in Cleveland, like buy the hotel and if it's right in the area, that'll maybe help pick up my spirits or something? Is there some fun, or you know what? How about bars? Are there any bars close to a hotel? Because Friday and Saturday night, I plan on just getting hammered, drunk, and hopefully I pass out.
Yeah, there are some local sports bars in the area, and we also have a bar and restaurant in our lobby.
Oh, that's perfect. Bar in the lobby. Are you a football fan? Are you a Browns fan?
Yes, sir. I'm a Browns fan.
You guys really turned that around. It's a lot better than we have it in Detroit. I almost want to root for the Browns this week. That's how miserable my life is following the Detroit Lions. I'm ready to just give up. Are there any really high bridges around the hotel?
No. Well, not nearby. I don't think, at least. Remember, it's just a football game, sir. I think it's supposed to be fun.
Fun. Listen, we played our best game this past Sunday, and it was a tie. That's the best we can do. We can tie. That's it.
I'm sorry, sir. Maybe the Lions will get better, though. You never know.
It's never going to get better. We were 0-16 in 2008, and that's like 2 decades ago. You probably weren't even born, and we still just as bad as ever. It's miserable. It's just miserable.
I'm sorry, sir. So would you like to reserve a room? I'm going to need your information if so.
Maybe I'll just stay in Cleveland, live in your hotel, and become a Browns fan. Then I'll be happy.
Okay, sir. Do you want to make a reservation now?
I don't even know who the head coach is. I never even heard of the guy. They change him so often. I don't even pay attention anymore.
If I could just get your information, sir.
Is the hotel generally like a quiet and peaceful kind of restful place? And I asked this because I know after the Browns destroy the Lions, I'll probably spend Sunday night curled up in the corner and crying, and I don't want to disturb anyone.
Most of our guests think the hotel is very peaceful and relaxing, and I don't think you'll disturb anyone, sir.
I got one final question for you.
Yes?
All right. Have you ever heard of the Dog Chug?
I'm sorry, the what?
The Dog Chug. It's the hottest new Browns cast on Twitter. You said you're a Browns fan. Have you ever heard of the Dog Chug podcast?
I'm not really on Twitter. It's kind of for older people, I feel like.
You know, you're right. There's a lot of old people on Twitter.
Okay. I was legitimately crying throughout that. I mean, oh my God.
Raj, why you
Yeah.
gonna call this woman from Detroit out on some when you're a Michigan fan?
Listen, when I was about 12 or 13, I'd spend the night at my buddy's house, and him, and his sister would stay up all night doing that, prank calling. The Jerky Boys and Yank Crankers were two of my favorite fucking things in the world. I'm the master. I can prank call anybody.
Everybody, don't dodge your phone number ever.
No. Notice.
Ross, Ed, did you listen to that in advance of the show? What's going on here? No, I don't know why we can't hear anyone.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I just want to shout out Jessica, and I want to shout out Mick. I did not hear that call, but I will say one thing: we probably should have just played that call, and probably that would have been the highlight.
Yeah, just pieced out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing, right?
It was amazing. Roger, great job, buddy. Yes.
You know, this guy gets the show and how to make it better. Ross, what do you think?
Oh, that was incredible, Roger. I think you got a talent for that. That's for sure. I know you're worried. You're worried about pulling your weight around this place, but I think you do it tenfold.
Oh, this is a peek into why I was always in trouble with the police when I was young. That's all that is a glimpse.
You know, sometimes that might have been the only highlight of the show. Roger, thank you for having us have a highlight tonight. Thank you.
All right.
Fuck out of here, you guys.
Ross, do you have anything else you wanted to say? I thought you saw some things in the chat. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yes. So, big fan of the show, friend of the show, Jessica. She sent us some of these delicious cookies for the tailgate this weekend.
Man.
Nice.
So the dog
Keep
chug is
your-
going to be at the Lions tailgate. So all these, how many people we got left watching? Like 3? All 3 of you are invited to the tailgate.
I got your sock money too,
Look at that.
Russ.
Got my
I got the
money.
sock money.
But I'm going to do a cookie
Oh,
review.
you son of a bitch!
All right.
You're getting cookies
Cookie review
early.
coming.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Roger, you can
Where's-
have one on
Oh,
Sunday.
man.
What do you-
We got chocolate. We got traditional chocolate chip, but there's M&Ms in there too. Pretty damn good. You guys will be lucky if these are even left.
There better be some of those left in that bag
I don't
when I
know.
see
I got-
you Sunday. That's
I got
all
a
I got to say.
3-year-old. I got myself. I don't know if these are going to be there Sunday.
All right.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If those aren't going to be in there Sunday, I'm going to call my cousin that lives in Collinwood. You better make sure some of them cookies are in that bag Sunday.
All right.
Man, that sounds like a threat, Roger. I'm kind of worried.
Jessica, thank you so much for those cookies. I cannot wait to try
Jessica.
one on Sunday. And she also sent us some beer from the great state of Oklahoma.
I can't wait.
We're all going to get to try. That's going to be phenomenal. You're amazing for doing that, and we all love you on the Dog Jug, except for Ed.
Jessica, thank you.
That's great.
She was one of our first
I love
guests.
you, Jessica.
She was one of our first guests, and she held that show together. Without her, we probably wouldn't have moved past. What was that
Yeah.
season? Episode 2.
Yeah, that
She
was
like
when
held that.
we were right about to quit. Are you going to chug another one?
No, this is the
Oh.
beer that she sent. I just want to show
Ed,
that.
chug another one.
Yeah, chug one of those.
No, because I'm not going to keep this X-rated. After my last performance.
You know what? I think that what'll help your cause if you get Kelly to drink some fireballs. I think that would
Well,
really.
that's between Ross and her because he's saying that I'm trying to help with her addiction to Fireball and everything, and I don't want to be caught up in that. I'm trying to get in the good graces of you guys, so
Oh.
I can't have that tonight.
Okay, all right.
Ed, I have a question.
Yes,
Hold up that 4-pack again.
yeah, one of them is gone.
What happened to one of them?
I think Miss Kelly got to one of them.
She drank one. So is Kelly around that we can ask her how it was?
I think I can go get her. I
I
can get
mean,
her.
it's no big deal. If she's not around, then don't worry.
She
about
said it was Oklahoma okay, better than that actually. She said it was good. You guys will really enjoy
Did
it.
she say it was A-okay?
Yeah, it was just about
J-O-K,
Okay,
A-O-K,
LAHOMA. Yeah.
All right. So we have no Dan's connection just dropped again, and we have to play this game. We're here he is. He's back. Thank God. And we're already over.
That's a shame.
Yeah, every time we go over. All right. We're gonna get rid of Ed. Ross, do you have anything else to say right now? Are we good?
Not too much. I'll save it for the end of the show.
Okay. I love that I didn't even wait for Ed to answer. All right, let's wait for Dan's connection to get in. Takes a little while when you're living in Medina, using your phone, drinking beer in your garage. So Roger, how's the weather over there?
It's you know what? Today's a beautiful day, Andy.
It was a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day. I was out on a canopy of a hospital that we're building. I was putting in some roof drains, and Friday I was doing Monday I was doing the same thing. It was 40 degrees in the wind. It was killing. Today's a beautiful day. I enjoyed it. I like working outside though. Today is perfect for it.
I want to go back to your phony phone call because I don't think anyone realizes. We lost Dan again, but hopefully he'll be back. I don't think anyone realizes the amount of time you have to put in.
Oh, Jesus.
You called like 9 people to make that to find the one.
Well, I started out the night earlier this weekend, and I was calling hotels and asking legitimate questions just to get a feel for the person, to get a feel for that particular hotel,
Yeah.
and like the people that work there. So I spent about 2 hours doing that Saturday. The script that I wrote and I ran out of lines with her. She hung in there like a champ. I ran out of fucking material. I was like, hey, I got one more question for you. I had nothing. I was like, do you ever hear of the dog chug? And she did a beautiful job. She played along with it. And Man, I put a lot of time. Yeah, I called like 9 and one guy wanted to put me on hold. I was halfway through the fucking spiel and he puts me on hold. Like, Ming, what the fuck is this? So a lot went into it. And for the little bit that I kicked out and, my wife's got 4 children to take care of, 4 young boys to take care of now,
Well, we didn't even, I wanted to edit it down as tight as I could, but it was phenomenal. After she revealed that she thought Twitter was for old people, she then acknowledged that her boyfriend is on Twitter.
Yes.
Rod gave her the information for the dog chug and our information so they could find it. For all we know, they're watching this episode. So you literally got us potentially fans for the show. You're always thinking.
You know what? And then I was like, well, I don't even know where I didn't, I'm not asking, like doing a call like that. And you and I talked about it afterwards. Like, you don't want to be rude. You know what I mean? You go in and start insulting people. You're not going to get a phone call like that off. And you said exactly what it is you want to make them care, I had to get her to care about it. She's might be watching. I didn't get her name because that's fucking creepy. I'm like, hey, what's your name? You know what I mean? You don't fucking do that. And she was, and I'm like, who knows? Maybe they're watching. Maybe her boyfriend. I didn't get no follows today. I was hoping that I kind of did. A guy that followed me. And it might be her boyfriend, but I didn't get any. So you know what though, man? It was like I said, we used to do that as kids all the time, and I used to listen to the Jerky Boys. I drive around in an IROC C28. And I had a Trans Am and with the fucking Jerky Boys on cassette. So,
all right. I don't know if Dan's going to come back on. Can someone find out if Mick is available to play the game on Dan's behalf?
We need somebody.
Or we can do Jessica. Can anyone ask if we can send the link? We'll get them on really fast and salvage this just horrible episode of
man. All that time that you put in with the games and me with our producers, something. I don't know. You know what, Andy? One thing that, like, when I did the pizza one, is calling another city and saying, and my big worry is I don't want to waste people's time that are doing something for a living, but when they start playing along. I pull them in. If they seem fussed and like want to get off the phone, or I don't, you know what I mean? I'm going to waste people's time. Like they were into it. The pizza guy, I kind of fucked with a little bit. It's a people thing. It was a good time, man. I'm sorry that we played it on this show. No, only kidding.
How did I do editing that? I know it was a little bit jerky. But
you did a great job editing it. Because I was rambling a little bit. Like I said, I'm scrolling through my computer and looking because I wrote down a bunch of things, to lead into or to say, and I was running out of good ones, and I had a lot written too, and I thought it'd be way more than enough. She hung in there, so it was shocking.
She definitely hung in there. She kept saying, I really need to get to where you're going to give me your information. And then you just be like, what about that piece of shit coach?
I know. Because I'm like, I'm thinking she's going to hang up on me. And I was like, in that high bridge thing, I was like, I don't want to mock people that, and you edited the one. She's like, excuse me? She was like fucking horrified. Is there any high bridges? And she was fucking horrified. I'm glad you edited that out. I think I scared the poor girl.
Okay, Kelly is going to come play our game on Dan's behalf, since Dan's connection is.
Let everybody stop watching at this point.
All right, give us a thumbs up, Kelly, when you're ready to go. Okay, I think she's ready. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
There she is.
Hi.
This will be fun. How are you doing?
Good. Do I need this to start it off?
Fireball? Yeah.
Fireball.
Could you center the camera more on you?
Yeah.
Ed. Ed's in his tighty whities and tie. Don't walk in front of the camera, please. I'll be horrified. I won't be able to sleep.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're playing on Dan's app. You already know how this goes. We're going to ask you 8 questions, and then you just have to say yes or no. If you get 5 of them right, Dan is in the drawing to get to come to the Cleveland Browns game against Cincinnati
Okay.
Bengals, which would be amazing if Dan wins, because I guarantee Roger and I would have some funny stories the following edition of the Dog Jug. So we're rooting for that to happen. Anyway, let me get this queued up. Sorry. I suck at this part. I need a producer that can. Okay, so here is
Good luck finding
and
a
the-
producer.
basically the game is the 4 members of the Dog Jug. What would they do for $1 million? All you have to do is say, would they accept this for $1 million, or would they say no?
Okay.
Sounds pretty simple.
Simple.
Have you talked to your husband about his answers at all?
Not at all. We had basketball today, so I haven't even really seen him.
All right, great. That sounds like a good day for you. Do you have anything to say about, since you're on? Do you have anything to say about the free ed movement? Because he did blame you, by the way.
He blamed me?
He said that I can't control an independent woman.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
yeah, that's so.
But obviously, he put you up to posting that.
He's always put me up to something.
All right.
Yeah.
Being a little bit evasive, but that's fine. I know you hopped on, so I'm going to be nice. And I thank you so much for coming on. Here we go with the first
Thank you, Kelly, for saving us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Roger, I'm going to start with you. You
Okay.
are a big family man with those wonderful boys of yours that you tweet about often, and that beautiful wife. Would you accept $1 million if it meant you couldn't see any members of your direct family for an entire year? Okay.
So I just answer. I think he would not take the $1 million.
Wow. Are you confident about that?
Yeah, there's no way you would take $1 million and not see your family for a year.
I don't
No
know.
way.
But then you have $1 million. You're set for life. You don't have to work.
Yeah, but
Right.
you miss them too much.
Let's hear what he said.
No, I couldn't do it because I still have to go to work tomorrow. $1 million after taxes. Forget about it. I ain't going to support us for the rest of our lives. So no, I couldn't do it. Nope. I couldn't not see my family. I worked out of town for 3 days once. Killed me.
I knew it.
All right, you're on the board. Although
Yeah.
if it was life-changing money, he would avoid his family. But for only $1 million, say no. All right, Roger, answer me this: if it was $5 million, would that change your answer?
No, man, Andy. The one thing I walk down the driveway, and now the Henry's at the gate waiting for me. Before that, 4 years ago, it was Jack, and before that, 4 years ago, my boys are 5 years apart. It was Dawson waiting for me to walk in the door from work. And when I was out of town, and at first I'm laying in the hotel room with the remote and air conditioning, I'm like, this is the fucking greatest thing in the world. And by the next day, I miss my family. I miss my wife and my kids. There's no fucking way. Fuck $5 million. I go to work every day and take care of my kids.
All right, fair enough. Let's move on to the next question. Kelly, you're doing great at 1-0. Would you accept $1 million? $1 million, but it meant your son becomes a lifetime diehard Steelers fan.
I'm gonna say he'd take the $1 million. I'm gonna go with Ed takes the $1 million.
Would you take the $1 million?
No wonder he was on the fucking parking grounds. He's a sellout.
No way. No way I'll take $1 million and let my kid be any kind of fan from Pittsburgh.
No way.
Let's see what Ed said.
I definitely took $1 million. Absolutely. I get my son, no matter what.
Two.
All right. Wait, didn't he say you would take the money?
I said he would take it, right? Didn't he say he would take it?
No, he said he wouldn't take it.
Oh.
Sound like
I
he
thought
said
he'd take it.
Hold on, let's rewind. Okay. Would you accept $1 million? A little bit of controversy on the Dog Jug. $1 million, but it meant your son becomes a lifetime diehard Steelers fan?
I would definitely accept $1 million. Absolutely. I could love my son no matter what. I think maybe.
He's on the fence.
So he said he would take the million. Didn't you say he wouldn't take the million?
I said he would take the million 100%. I know.
Bring
Ed,
him
he
in.
said
What did he
that.
say?
I should really stop drinking. So, all right.
I definitely, I knew Ed would take the money.
The only way I got through this show was fucking drinking with Dan.
Okay. We should replace the host of the show
Private
because
shout-out.
I'm doing terrible at this. All right, 2-0. I'm gonna get my act together. Let's see if you can get the 5. And let me go onto the right window. Ross, I have one for you. Would you accept $1 million if it meant the Bearcats and Browns will never win a championship in your lifetime? Yes or no?
Who's this question for?
Ross.
For Ross.
Ross.
Ross is a huge Browns fan and a huge Cincinnati Bearcats fan.
I say he's gonna take the money. I don't know. I'm gonna take the money. Take the money.
Take the money. All right.
Fuck the Browns and fuck the Bearcats. Michigan, all of them. I'm taking $1 million.
Let's see what Ross said.
I don't know. I want to be happy. And if one of my teams won a championship, I'd be pretty damn happy. So I'm going to say no to that one, Andy.
Yeah, fuck that.
$1 million you're turning down.
Wow.
You can't buy happiness. You always hear that, right?
Okay, so where
So
are we at?
I lost that one.
Okay, you're 2-1. Thank you, because I have no idea how to handle this officiating of this game. I need a producer. All right,
Forget about it.
You're
They're
still
out promoting their own careers.
You're doing very well. 2-1 is a good place to be.
Roger, that's good.
Let's see how you do on the next question.
All right, Andy. Would you accept $1 million if it meant you couldn't drink any kind of alcohol for 1 year?
Now I wouldn't take the million, but I'm gonna say he's gonna take the million.
You think I would take the million?
I think that you would take the million and give up alcohol for a year.
Okay. That would be so hard, but $1 million is a lot of money. I will give up alcohol for a year, and I'll be very boring for that year. So I think you're 3-1 now.
Yeah, 3-1.
Wow.
I like that.
2 points away from winning this game and giving Dan a chance to go see the Browns play the Cincinnati Bengals, where I'm sure Roger and I will have to buy all his
This
beers.
is actually kind of a hard game, though.
Yeah. It's always supposed to be a hard game. It only wasn't the week you were picking out Ed's tweets. You had a really insane ability to do that, which is amazing. All right, let's continue. Roger, I've got another one for you.
Okay.
Would you accept $1 million? $1 million. But it meant you had to stay completely abstinent for an entire year. So 0 intimacy, not even with yourself.
Ooh.
You hear me growing? I'm like,
I'm
ooh.
gonna say he's gonna take the million.
All right, let's find out if you're right.
What'd she say?
Kids, they don't leave. They're here all the time. If one's sleeping, the 3 are up. We don't have no privacy. If my wife finds out I can get $1 million, she's going to see to it that I have. And you know what? I could do it. Yes, I would do it.
Yes.
Total abstinence for $1 million. I'd do it. Yes, I would.
I'm good at this game too.
4-1. Kelly is she.
There's a little known fact there, Andy.
I'm going to come up with a game that Kelly can't win.
I know. No, I was thinking the same thing. I'm going to get her too. She's the barnstormer, man, through our fucking games, making us look like fools over here.
All right. Well, maybe we can trip her up because this is a hard game, and we still have 3 more questions. Can she get one of the final 3 questions right? Let's find out. Would you accept $1 million? But it meant for the period of 1 year. You can't get on social media at all. You can't listen or call into talk shows. And you can't watch sports for an entire year in any way.
Whoa.
There's no fucking way I could do that. No way.
Whoa, Roger. Let Kelly answer.
I don't
Okay,
think
I
can
know.
do it, but he likes money. I think he's gonna take the money.
Wow.
You know what
Wow.
he would do? He would just like use me and make me like tweet stuff for him and like tell him what was going on.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be allowed to happen. Like,
So he couldn't do nothing, no
Nothing.
sports, no nothing for a
Nothing.
year for $1
He
million.
asked that question actually that I specified. You can't do anything.
I still think he's gonna take the money.
All right, let's find out. Roger, we got her.
I love me some me. So I think the hardest part would just be staying off social and calling the radio shows. But I would do it knowing that after that year with $1 million, that I could make my sports experience even more grand than what it already is. So I would definitely would take it. Would I struggle? Would I be fiending? Yes. But I would hope that I have enough support around me that could, stop me from indulging in those kind of behaviors.
Ed sells out. Got it.
I knew he'd take the money.
He sounded like he was in a fucking one of those things where everybody gathers around, and I won't indulge in those behaviors, like an intervention.
He probably would need an intervention if he did that.
That would
Indulge
be
in those
very
behaviors.
Well, you won the game. I lied, so I apologize for that. But
Ed loves himself more than I love my fucking self.
so
I don't think he can make it a fucking week not going on social media, let alone a fucking year.
I think he'd lose that $1 million real quick.
Dan is
Me and Ed are the same, man.
Dan's officially in the drawing, so you just diminish your chances of going to the Browns game. You or Ed.
Oh yeah! Wow, that was bad. I should have lost.
Yeah, she's kicking ass, man.
So let's see if you can get the next two.
Oh yeah, Dan's
right.
horn mouth. He's watch him win now. I'm gonna be mad.
Hey,
you have no one to blame but yourself if Dan wins.
You know what? That's so right.
All right, let's see if you can get the next two questions right that we.
Okay.
prepared.
we're gonna get her. We're gonna stump her. She's gonna lose one of our games. We gotta come up with something.
Roger,
You're awesome, Kelly. Thank you, man.
Roger, I'm going to have to ask you to shut the fuck up for a second. I don't know why I'm worried. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I have one more for you. Would you accept $1 million, but it meant for the rest of your life you could never pick up a video game controller and play a video game ever again? Now, I don't know if you saw.
Okay, I'm gonna guess because based on his last answer that he said his happiness is more important, and I think that video games would give him more happiness. I don't think he's going for the money. I'm gonna say he's not. I'm gonna think that he's gonna go video games.
Okay.
Let's see.
Find out.
Oh man. So I already turned down $1 million, so I'd be happy. So I guess I'll decide to not be happy here and take the $1 million.
Oh.
Ooh. You might be one question away from winning this game. If you get this next one wrong, you were right on the verge. You still win.
Well, I would base it off his last answer, so.
And this last question will be an answer that I have to answer. So,
Okay.
since you know me so well, we'll see how you do. Let's go. Let's go, Browns.
Go Browns.
Andy, would you accept $1 million if it meant you couldn't watch any TV? No TV shows, no movies, nothing for the rest of your life. No boob tube. You're off. You're done.
For the rest of your life?
Yes.
Oh.
$1 million, though.
Turning it down. That's a long time the rest of your life.
All right, let's see how you did. All right, well, my answer is this. I get so much enjoyment out of movie and TVs. I need to leave the house more often. Obviously, during quarantine, I can't, but I am absolutely going to give up the $1 million so that I can continue watching TV. I would be very depressed without it. Roger, I'm going to... Whoa. Yeah, that is it. You got 6 out of 8 right.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Whew. That's Hall of Fame numbers. That's why she's the number 1 follow, according to the Dog Chug.
Yeah. Why follow Kelly?
That was very short-lived for Ed. I stole that.
Well, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
All right. Let's end the show. We're already at 90 minutes. Holy shit!
Nobody's fucking watching anyway.
That's a good point. Finally, I guess we're gonna do our little thing where we say who's gonna be the MVP on Sunday. Oh.
Oh, I know.
Sorry. Yeah. Things were looking up for the
At least your shirts are orange
there.
Oh, you love me.
All right, Ed, you start.
All right, who's going to be the MVP? It's going to be Rashard Higgins is going to get a touchdown, 86 yards receiving, and make some clutch third down catches. And Browns win. The Lions sleep tonight. They're going to sleep on Sunday. Browns 24, Lions 13.
Okay. Ross?
Nicholas Jamal Chubb.
Damn it.
Yeah, you're allowed to repeat that. I mean, it's common knowledge. But yeah, he'll have 2 rushing touchdowns, do his usual thing. 130 plus yards. That's where I'm going.
All right. I'll just go Myles Garrett then. He's going to have a game. Roger.
I'm gonna Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is the heart of this team, and that's a good call. And I'm gonna say Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Okay.
I think Stevansky knows he's gonna have to throw the ball downfield. I think he's gonna look at the Lions as kind of like the scrimmage they do or a preseason game, and try to get these guys on track and get through the playbook and open it up a little and see what they can do.
I
So
hope
I'm going to say
you're right.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I hope you're right, but DPJ did re-aggravate his groin injury today, and his status is doubtful.
What?
Well, what I'm reading.
I was on a roof putting fucking roof drains in. Nobody told me this.
He must have not been abstinent if he's got a groin injury.
Ooh.
Nice.
Fucking Michigan.
Well, I hope everyone tonight enjoyed the phone call, and then you tolerated everything else. Sorry that this was the worst show that we've put on, although it couldn't have been worse than some of the early ones. Oof.
I had a good feeling about this. It reminded me of Sunday going into the fucking football game where I was like pumped and had a good feeling. And it was like playing New England, this fucking thing.
We're going to do better next week. I promise.
Hey, we left it up to whore mouth. You leave it up to a whore mouth, you're going to get a horse show. You know what I'm saying?
We had drama. We had all the drama in, and we had, man.
And I hope everyone is, this might be the last time you see the 4 of us together. We might be broken up by.
I don't know. That whole expanding your content and getting out there, that might be, the path for, everybody. Maybe, I don't know. With Kiss kind of had 4 solo albums at one point. If you guys are old enough to remember that. So,
sure. If anyone is interested in taking Ed's position, let us know. We will be considering, depending on how next week goes. You did a bad thing, Ed. Hopefully you can rectify it and earn our forgiveness. We'll find out. We're going to give you a week to think about it, to dig deep. I think that's the problem. Right now, you're just every emotion is just like surface emotions. I want you to actually think about what you did and why you did it, and let us.
You know what? I'm gonna prove to you that unlike the Browns locker room that seems kind of fractured, I'm gonna prove that we can come together as a team and as a unit and save this show. Hopefully the Browns can do the same thing starting Sunday. Go Browns!
Free Ed. Free
me from Dan's whore mouth. Free me from Dan's whore mouth.
We're divided.
Roger, I am glad you did that hilarious phone call. Otherwise, I'd be kind of pissy right now. But I'm going to give you that one.
I love you.
Anything final to say? What epic thing are we going to do on Sunday's tailgate when we're all together?
So I had a couple ideas. I was thinking Andy, you're thinking about getting there pretty early?
I'll be there at 7 a.m.
Listen, I'm going to be there early too.
I'm thinking we bring the DOS boots out and do a chug off.
All right.
I'm the referee. I'm going to bring my fucking whistle. Where's my whistle? But I'm going to be there at 7. But I ain't chugging beer at 7 o'clock in the morning.
How many?
I'm the referee.
I think we both have Das Boots that are 2 liters. How many beers are we going to put in the Das Boots?
So a 2 liters is, I believe it's 5 3/4 12-ounce beers.
So how many are we going to put in? Because that's ridiculous.
We should check with Mick in Australia. He would know
we
that.
could do the 4 or 5. Probably 4 sounds reasonable.
4 beers, and then when you chug 4 beers out of that, are you literally just like turning the leg and?
I'm not
like,
giving you the secrets. It's a chug off. It's me versus you.
Okay, so let me ask you this: would it take you could you do it in under a minute?
Let's see. 4. I think there's a technique there. Yeah, you could do it under a minute if you got it down.
I understand
correctly.
people can you? Because I don't think I have the technique down to do Das Boot in under 4 minutes.
Let's see. I did 3 beers and I think 27 seconds. Give me an extra 33 with the boot. Yeah, I think I could do it.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out who can chug a Das Boot, 4 beers out of a Das Boot faster, me or Ross.
What time is that gonna? What? That's gonna be a morning thing, right? Ross, you're still making breakfast sandwiches, right?
They'll be breakfast.
Let's say we
right.
do that at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m.
Not perfect. I'll be there
to
witness it, and then I'll be there 7 a.m. Breakfast sandwiches. Make sure you don't eat all them cookies, Ross.
I'll do my best.
All right. Well, this has been a horrible episode of the Dog Chug. I hope you all had fun watching us, because I know none of you are still with us.
Yeah.
Go Browns. We're going to have some fun video from the Detroit Lions. What's Munilod, whatever that's called. I should not be what I'm doing. Someone else should do this. Anyway, go Browns.
Hey, wait, yeah.
Thank God no one's watching this.
Okay, the Browns got J-OK.
Listen, go Browns. Hey, and I got to give a shout out to the St. Ed, the by God St. Edward Eagles playing the state championship against the Medina. I don't even know, the fucking ex-Bruntunkians. I don't even know what they're meant.
The Bees.
Go. I was a wedge buster at St. Ed's back in the day. Go Eagles.
Go
Browns.
I love
Ross, I hope that you
go blue.
Able to take this 100 minutes and cut it down to like 50, because this is the episode we can do that. There's a lot of throwaway minutes, so
let's trim the fat,
burn the fat, and let's make it look like it was interesting if people had watched live.
Roger's call was the meat. Everything else was the fat.
You should just really cut it down to like 6 minutes and play Roger's call.
Yeah, pretty much. You know.
Who's gonna chug with me?
Oh, I don't know.
I just open a fresh beer.
All right, let's all get a beer and let's chug.
Get another one.
Ross can
to the Cleveland Browns. We're still in this thing. There's a lot of football. You know, we come on here and do the dog chug, and we kind of want to lighten people's moods. And you know, the NFL is hard, man. And right now it's wide open. And we're waiting for Andy, so I'm going to keep rambling. And here he comes. He's going to sit down. So to the Cleveland Browns, to the Cleveland Browns, to the Dog Chug, to the Barking Browns, to all our friends in Browns chat, and to all the Cleveland Browns out there that still believe. Let's go Browns.
Go Browns.
Oh, you guys kept going.
Kind of cold.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Dog Chug.